What's up guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for stopping by. Today I want to talk about the GH5 with the Sigma 18-35mm lens and why I love this setup. And honestly, this is pretty much the lens that stays on this camera. It is a very heavy setup. Let me start off by saying that it's very heavy. The lens weighs a lot more than my camera does. And yeah, it's a very heavy setup. The way I have it set up is the 16 or the 18-35mm lens with the Metabones speed booster. And the Metabones speed booster that I have is a Speed Booster XL 0.65x. I know this speed booster lets this lens go down to a 1.1, which lets in a lot of lights and also not just light, but it gives me some very good shallow depth of field. I just recently got the Sony a7 III, which I'm filming this video on right now. And when I went from my GH5 with this setup right here into my Sony a7 III, the first lens that I bought on my Sony was the Zeiss 55 1.8. I believe it's like a 1.8. And when I looked at the difference, full frame versus this GH5 with the setup, I didn't really tell too much of a difference when it came down to bokeh. And I know probably a lot of people will disagree with me in that part, but me personally, I didn't really feel that much of a difference. And that's why I think this right here is just a beast setup. If you have a GH5 camera, you need, it's a must have, the Sigma 18-35 with the speed booster. This is pretty much all you're gonna need. This gives me very good focal range. This is a 18-35mm lens. And the focus, you know, I do manual focus because pretty much autofocus with this speed booster. I mean, it works, it hunts, but the lens pretty much stays on manual focus. And the cool thing about this lens is that when I'm doing manual focus, it focuses really smooth. It feels really good. And the images that I've been able to get with this setup just are very good. On my GH5, the lenses that I've tried, I think I've tried the Rokinon 12mm 2.8. I did not like that lens, so I sold it or I got rid of it. I also tried out, or actually I have this one. I also got this 12-35 2.8, which is a Lumix or a Panasonic lens. And this one is cool. It's very lightweight. And if you guys are gonna do travel or you guys are gonna go out with your friends, family, it's a really good lens to have because it's super light. You know, it's a very small setup. And this setup right here is actually really heavy. So that's the downside, that it's not very easy just to pull out your camera and just, you know, on the go, because it's a very heavy setup. This setup right here, the 12-35 2.8, is a good lens. I like it, but I don't know. I just like it. I don't really get that much bokeh in low light. I don't know. I just don't really find this lens as how can I say? I don't find it as flexible. Now it is very flexible when it comes down to portability, because I could pop on that lens and it's very small, very light, and you know it's just fun to hold in your hand. But when it comes down to low light, that's my problem. I can't really shoot in low light with that lens. I just f2.8 on a micro four thirds is just not good enough in low light for the situation or the type of recordings I'm doing. I'm doing indoor recordings with the lights dimmed down. I just can't do nothing, you know. But when I have this setup right here, I could be in low light, I can still get away with a lot. I can still get great images. Now this Sigma lens, I think is like $700 or $600 or $700. The speed booster is like another $500 or $600. I'm not too sure. With it together, it's probably like about like $1,200 or $1,300 or somewhere around there, which honestly I think is worth every penny. If you guys don't really care too much about how heavy it is, don't get this lens. save your money, put that to the side. That's probably around $1,000. Just get this set up, and this is gonna stay on your camera the whole entire time because it's just that good. When I bought my GH5, this was the first lens. This is how I bought my GH5 at first, when I first experienced this camera, and I loved it so much that when I bought other lenses that were Panasonic lenses and I put them on, I don't know, I just didn't feel the same. I just don't really like it as much. Maybe it's because I just spoiled myself with this setup. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I want to tell you guys about it, and hopefully it helped you guys out. If you guys are thinking about getting this lens for your GH5, it's definitely worth every single penny. If I somehow lost this lens or it broke or I just didn't have it no more, I would rebuy it again because it's just that damn good. And if you guys got any questions about it, please let me know down in the comments. If this was helpful, hit the like button, and thank you guys for watching this video. Also, I'll leave a link down on my bio with a link to this actual lens and the speed booster. You know, I'll leave the links down, and thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you guys on my next one. Peace.